Dear white liberal, y'all need to stop doing this. This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Discount code SOB to get 30% off the entire store. Also, text Tatum to 53445. Text Tatum to 53445 if you want to get text alerts, text updates, merch drops, all of that stuff. You can get it right to your phone and have to worry about that email stuff that you don't even read in the first place. Anyway, y'all know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, ooh, these liberals, boy. I don't know if this somebody didn't overlaid this on her video or is these people just doing this stuff. Now you know the woke black people gonna post this stuff and they think it's funny. Now I'm gonna play it for you and then I'm gonna go through the comments so you can see how crazy these people are. How crazy. That means crazy and you know what? I can't say it, they don't ban me on here, but they crazy. And I don't understand how they get away with it and why they do it and they think it's funny and cute and all of that stuff. And then when the roles are reversed, they all laying in the street crying and stuff. All right, so roll the film. Play it again. How did slavery start? She raised her hand. Correct. Now, God, I'm gonna lose my headphones. God, you can't be that dumb. Are you saying how did slavery start in America? Oh, do you want to keep it 100? Well, first and foremost, where did they get them from? Africa. They got it from Africa. That's where it started. People act like these European people somehow sailed to a foreign land and just was taking people in boats, kidnapping them. It may have happened in some cases, but there's such thing in America called the slave trade, right? That means that these African people who were just living their best life, potentially, either they were conquered or they were captured or kidnapped by other black people, by other Africans. And what did they do to their own people? They sold them to people around the entire world. America, North America that we know it, had a fraction of the slaves that we see in South America. I can go on and on and on and on. There is still slavery today in Muslim countries, in North Africa. Go look it up. They still got black people in chains. And they complaining about this girl that ain't got no, she don't know nothing about slavery. She don't know nothing about nothing. If she's the one that made this about herself. But you know what they do? And this is what just drives me crazy. And then people say, you don't like your own people. Well, because we do stuff like this. We do stuff like this. If a black person got on here, let's roll reverse. If this was a white person's page, a black person got on here and says, how does all the killing in America start? And a black person raised their hand, it lights out. They get deleted from YouTube and everything else. So let's go through some of these comments. I just want y'all to see, just to see. Now that's funny. You know, dead. Somebody commented the screen. I just scrolled. Ultimate accuracy, end of story. Laughed their butt off. All these laugh emojis. Wait, I had to watch it again. Laugh my butt off. Not before Black History Month. Ha, it's all funny. It's all funny. It's all funny. It's all funny. And I'm gonna be honest. I know that this is potentially people view this as a joke, but I don't think it's funny. Because I think a lot of people believe this. Believe that slavery started from white people. The first legal slave owner in America was a black man. Okay, don't believe me. Don't believe me. I'm gonna pull up. I'll pull up. Y'all want me to pull up? I'll pull up. Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson. All you gotta do is wiki Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson. Let's find him on here. Let's see. They don't want you to have him on here now. Slave owner. I swear they're gonna take this off the internet at some point. I want y'all to understand they're gonna take this off the internet at some point. Okay. Okay. The most prominent early colonist black person to acquire freedom and wealth, Anthony Johnson, 1600 to 1670, was a black Anglican known for achieving wealth in the early 17th century colonies of Virginia. He was one of the first African-American property owners recognized by the Virginia courts, but he was the first legal slave owner in the United States of America. Black man, property owner, owned slaves, 1600s. Oh, okay. No, but it's the white man that made all this up, and they the only ones doing this. Black people of African descent or black, whatever you want to call it. They want to say he's Portuguese. He's not. Okay. Is he black or is he not? Ain't nobody asked you where you came from. They just assume because your skin look like this, you come from Africa. Anthony Johnson. Y'all can go look it up. Let me see if I find a picture of him, because I know people are going to say, Anthony Johnson ain't even black. Okay. All you got to do is do that right here. Anthony Johnson, look him up. Anthony Johnson. It's a black. This is what he looked like. This is what the man looked like. This is what your boy looked like. You hear me? This is what your boy right here. It's your boy right here, Anthony Johnson. He's a farmer. They don't want to tell you that. They don't want you to know. He wasn't the only one. He was one of the first, but he wasn't the only one. How could this be, Brandon? How could this be that in the 1600s, there was a black man who owned property and accumulated wealth in the early 1600s, and he owned slaves? How could this be, Brandon? That's because they lying to y'all. They have a whole mythical idea of what happened, and they sell it to you. He wasn't the only wealthy man. I mean, you go down here, some of these people were wealthy as well. Let's see. William Ellison. When was William Ellison? He's in the 1700s. But William Ellison, it's somebody else here I looked up that was older. It was a woman that I looked up. I got to go look it up. But all you got to do, don't believe me. Just go back and check on these people and look them up, and you'll see this. A lot of these people were doing really, really well. And Anthony Johnson wasn't the only one. He's just the only one I could find on this little chart right here. But this gentleman here, he was the same way. He was Louisiana State Treasurer. Louisiana State Treasurer in the 1810 to he died in 1887. In the 1800s. Black people didn't have nothing. They didn't do nothing. Okay, let's go to another person. Let's go to her. American entrepreneur, Madam C.J. Walker. Madam C.J. Walker, the first millionaire out of any woman. She will be a billionaire in today's inflation if you calculate for it. Madam C.J. Walker is the richest woman to ever live, or the first richest woman to live. She would probably be more money than Oprah Winfrey. Out of any woman, Sarah Breedlove, Madam C.J. Walker was the first millionaire out of any woman. First millionaire. Okay. Let's put right here. If you don't believe me, let's put that on there. She is recorded as the first female self-made millionaire in America, the Guinness Book of World Records. Okay. Well, let's see. Hold on. Go back. She was born in 1867. She died in 1912 or 1919. She's a millionaire in the early 1900s. And y'all can't do nothing today. You are crying about, I ain't the poverty. Black people have been successful and been doing successful stuff since the 1600s. It wasn't as prevalent as it is today, because clearly we have a lot more black people here today than we did back then, but it wasn't as prevalent as today. But 1600, okay, we keep going. Let's keep going, because people don't believe me about police officers. They go, black people, black people couldn't do nothing, black people. Okay, black people, there was an article that I read not too long ago about the black officers in this country. from the very beginning. Okay, let's just go back because this is very simple. But there's a website that has all from the very first time. Black police officer, 1911. 1911. He was a lieutenant. I don't think he was the first black police. He was the first black police officer. He's just one of the most notable ones. Let me go down here and find it because there was an article that I read. Let's see, is this the one? There's an article that I read that had black people. Okay, here you go. This may be good for you. First African American in law enforcement, Alabama, in Selma, 1867. Colorado's first black police officer, 1880. Female black police officers, 1916. You know, we can go down the list. Black people been cops since 1800 something. It wasn't as prevalent as it is today, but black people were police officers. So all these people out here talking about, you know, it was slave patrols. We keep going. All you got to do is do a little research. All you got to do is do a little research, and you will find some of these things that they try to hide you from. And I know that it started out as a joke and it was funny and you know, kept on stage as a comedian. I get it. But like, people be eating this up. And this should be, what this little girl did should be flagged as disinformation. It should be flagged of lacking context. They should be or at least exposing this as a lie. But anyway, I got to go live on TV. Let me get up off here. I'm probably late at this point. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Text Tatum to 53445. 53445. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.